What's going on, guys? Eric from TheWiscoGuyz, and in today's video we're going to be doing the front brakes on the Mercury Grand Marquis. So if you watched the last video, we did the rear brakes and we tested them before. They're pulsing pretty good, and then got done with it and they're still pulsing. Oh yeah, fronts are warped. Shit. So the fronts are definitely warped too. The rears were a little warped. You could definitely tell on the pedal like it was a lot better, but it still wasn't good. So we're gonna do the front brakes as well. So let's get it in the shop. We'll get the wheels off and we'll start getting these front brakes done. Alrighty, so we got the car in here. First things first, we gotta get the air ride in the rear off. I've already showed you guys this. And you just boop, that's off, done. Shut that. Okay, so I'm gonna get this racked up on the rack, and then we're gonna get that wheel off and we're gonna start doing this. So we got the car up in the air. We are going to take the wheel off. I'll get that off real quick here. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. See all those like hot spots? Definitely warped a little bit there. Oh yeah. So I think this is the majority of our problems. It's got to be coming from the front. So we are going to get the caliper off, and then we'll show you what's going on here. We're going to take off the caliper from the caliper bracket here first. So I'm using a 13mm socket, and we're going to loosen this up. It came loose pretty easy, and there's a top one kind of by the brake line. We are on the driver's side, so if you guys didn't notice. So we got that top one loosened up. We're just going to take these bolts completely out. I don't think these have been off in a while. I think they've been done before, but I think the rotor was reused. Had to have been. Now that I got the caliper loose, we're going to take this right off the brake pads and the brake caliper bracket. So this should pop right off. There we go. So that's off. Put that off to the side. You can always bungee it to like the top here. Might just put it off in the corner. We'll see. I might have to grab a bungee cord or something. So the pads should just slip right out there. And they're really not that bad. It's just this rotor's. Pretty sure this rotor's really bad with how much heat like I'm seeing in it. That one's not going to really come out too easy, so we're going to remove this bracket. We got to remove it anyways to get the rotor off, so we're going to do that next. It's really tight. I'm on the top one now for the caliper bracket. Oh, hopefully I got it. This one's pretty tight, guys. I don't know if I'm going to get this one. Oh, that's tight. Holy shit. I'm going to get this bolt out and then the top bolt out. That one's already loose. Alright, there's one. Alright, then there's two. Let's get this out of the way. Oh yeah, look at that inside pad, just chewed. Just chewed right up. So this rotor's got to be shot. Take the rotor off real quick. Oh, that's the problem right there. Look at that, just rusted. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
Is that even doing anything?
No.
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 Yeah, it was shot.
Yeah. So that was probably the problem the whole time. I probably didn't even need to do yours. That was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
You get that off quick.
Alright, so this is kind of stuck in there. this inside pad. So I'm just gonna see if I can. There we go. That's the caliper bracket. You always want to check your slide pins here. And we know about slide pins. We did it on the other one, but they still slide in and out, and that's what you want. You want that sliding in and out. That means they're good. Not seized in there. If you do have one that's seized in there, you're definitely going to want to get a caliper like bracket. They usually come with these slide pins. So just watch out for that when you're taking it apart. Just make sure those are free flowing. We're going to grease these up too, or lubricate them, and then we'll get some new pads in here with new clips. We got new clips too, and I'll show you that. We got new rotors, new clips, new pads. So, all right. So, we got new pads and rotors, all Brake Best Select Premium. These come with the hardware kit, along with a set of brake pads there. 2 rotors, so there are the part numbers there for you guys. That's what we're using. You get this caliper bracket all gussied up here. So we're gonna take the clips off here. You should want to clean those up a little bit. Take some like sandpaper or some emery cloth. I've done Dremels in the past if they were like really bad with rust up. So I just want to take these off, these little clips off here. There you go. Now we're going to take the pins out. Oh, there's not much grease in there. So a little bit. White grease, that might be factory. I don't know. We'll see. What's this one look like? Yeah. Oh, that grease. It's like not much grease in there, but got the pins here. I'm just cleaning them up a little bit of the old grease and try to get as clean as I can. I do have some silicone brake caliper grease. So I'm going to put a little grease on there. I'm putting a little bit more than I usually would, just for the fact that it's pretty dry in there. So we're going to just spread it around a little bit. Put a little bit inside the boot too. I'm going to slide that back in. Look at that. There we go. That's pretty free flowing there. And it'll work itself in over time. But I just kind of like to go back and forth with it, and got her there. So I'm going to do it to the other one real quick, and then we're going to put some new clips on this. Alrighty, so we're going to clean these up a little bit where the clips sit. They just don't look good to me, to the point where we're just going to use pretty much like a Scotch Brite wheel pad thing. So just like the flaky rust off of there, so should be good. Alright, so we got our new clips here out of that kit with the pads, and we're just gonna pop these on. Make sure they're centered up. Yep, all centered up, so that's good there. Alright, so they're on the caliper itself. There's another clip on the inside here where the pad's kind of right on the top, or should I say, where the pad's kind of like the top part of the pad rides on that, and kind of gives it a little spring too, to keep them in place. But they gave us a new one, so we're going to change this one out. Go. Yeah, it's in there. Alrighty. So next we got that clip in. Alright, we got the clip in, so next we're gonna push the pistons in, back in. We're gonna take the old brake pad. We're gonna take C-channel. We're gonna push those back in. So you wanna tighten the channel locks, you wanna push the pistons back in. There's 2 of them on the front. So you just start with one side. You kind of go till it stops. It should go in freely. If you're having trouble getting it in, you may have a seized caliper, which at that point you may need a new caliper, but mine seem to be all right so far. So now that those are in, all right, now that the pistons are in, as you can see there, they're pushed back in. Now we can start reinstalling and getting everything buttoned up, new pads in, all that stuff. So, all right, now we got our new rotor. I'm gonna put that on first. Just let it hang there. All right, now that we got the rotor on, we're gonna put our caliper bracket back on with the new clips, and then we'll get this bolted on so you guys can kind of see. I'm gonna put a dab of Loctite on the bolt. I'm using red Loctite, but it identifies as blue. And if anybody says otherwise, it'll be fine. It's just a dab. And I'd rather have this stay on than it fall off. So, all right. So we're gonna get this back in, get it lined up. All right. Dab of Loctite. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. It's kind of dark, but should be good. I'm gonna tighten up the top one first. Haver pads. I'm gonna put the inside pad in first. We're gonna put the outside pad in. There we go. So the pads are in. Brake caliper. Slip that on top. There we go. Grab our bolts for the caliper to bolt to the caliper bracket, and we're going to put those back in. I'm going to tighten these back up. Tight is tight, right? There we go. So, installed, done. I'm just gonna double check the bolts, make sure they're tight before I put the wheel back on. And we should be Gucci. There you go, easy enough. I'll get this tightened down, and I'm gonna move to the other side. I might just time it and see where we're at. So what it would take to do one side each. I'll just let the camera run, and we'll do like a little time lapse. Alrighty, we're gonna time lapse this side, and I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take me. I'll time it with my phone. So, alrighty, here we go. not bad. 27.44 each side. So pretty much give yourself, I mean, I already did one side, so I knew what was going on. I'd say give yourself about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do this in your driveway, probably like 2.5 if you're just putzing. So yeah, I'm gonna get the car down off the lift, torque the wheels, and then we'll take it for a drive. Alrighty, got the vehicle on the ground, got the wheels torqued, hubcaps are on, or lug caps. We gotta turn on. We gotta turn back on the air ride because we are now on the ground. Okay, back on the ground. That's done. Okay, let's take it for a little drive. Alrighty, so we got the car out, and you might want to pump your brakes up a little bit just to get the feeling back in the pedal. So just make sure you do that. Get the pedal back up. Once the pedal's back up and you got brake pedal back, you know it's stiff, and you go for a little drive. So we have all new 4 brakes are done, front, rears are done. Oh, that's smooth already, I can tell you that. That rotor was bad. The rotor was terrible. Take it down the road a little bit. We're gonna go to the end of the stop sign. Definitely probably could have got away with just doing the fronts, but it's nice to know that all 4 are done. And oh, smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Grip's good, brake's good, pedals up there. We're good to go. So I'm gonna wait for this car, and then we're gonna head back to the shop, and then we'll close out the video. Alrighty guys, so I pretty much didn't make an ending to this video, so I'll just make it now. Front brakes worked excellent. Rear brakes, they were probably okay to keep, but we changed them anyways because I thought it was the rears that were making the noise. But other than that, everything went smooth. Drive's great. I've been driving it all weekend, so can't complain. It was a good thing to do, and it's ready to be driven for the summer. So if you guys like this video or it helped you, definitely give the video a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to the channel for more content, and you guys have a good day or night or whatever you're having. Thanks guys. Bye.